the world of biology through Jaguar classes from Jagran Public School, Noida. In today's this video lecture of class 10th, I will continue with the unit 2, the world of living, in which we are learning the next concept of chapter 9, heredity and evolution. In today's class, we will cover the topic systems of sex determination in different organisms. Sex determination in humans, specifically, we will talk about the XY system of sex determination in humans and the basic concept of genetics related with the sex determination in humans. Side by side, a little bit about the effects of environment, hormone, and location of the larvae also utilized to determine the sex in different organisms. That will also we will study in today's class. After today's class, the learning outcomes that we are expecting, in which knowledge based category, students would be able to know various terms related with the concept of sex determination in different animals, and they will also be able to describe sex determination mechanism in humans. In skill-based learning outcomes, we are expecting that you would be able to compare and differentiate different mechanisms of sex determination in other animals and humans. You will also be able to critically analyze the genetic basis of sex determination in humans. The competencies that can be developed after the efficient learning in today's class, you will be able to use your collaborative approach, critical thinking, and problem solving, communication, and analytical skills in day to day life related with the facts that you will learn in today's class. Now, let's start with our today's class to learn the concept of sex determination in the chapter Heredity and Evolution. The sex determination in case of humans is also based on the concept of genetics. Now, let's start to learn this, how the sex is determined in case of humans. Yes, with the help of this chart, first of all, try to understand there are various mechanisms of sex determination, but in class 10th, we will focus on the XY system of sex determination in case of humans. And there are 4 different systems of sex determination by the sex chromosomes. The other 3 are not in your syllabus. That's why we are focusing on the sex determination in case of human beings. Now, as per this chart, in case of humans, as we know that there are 46 chromosomes or 23 pairs of chromosomes, out of which 22 pairs or 44 chromosomes are known as autosomes, which are responsible for the other characteristic feature rather than the sex. And the one pair, that is 23rd pair, is basically responsible for the determination of sex. And in this genetic constitution, you can see here, in case of male, there are 44 chromosomes which are autosomes and one pair of sex chromosome having one X type and one Y type of chromosome. And on the other side, in females, 44 autosomes and one pair of XX type of sex chromosome is in case of females. Now, what happens at the time of sperm formation in males? There are possibility of 2 types of sperm formation due to this heterogametic condition, and this heterogamous type of pair of chromosome, in this the sperms can be produced either with X chromosome or with Y chromosome. That means each sperm may have X chromosome or it have maybe Y chromosome. That means 50% chances of sperm with X chromosome and 50% chances of sperm with Y chromosome. While on the other side, when egg formation is taking place by the process of meiosis cell division in human females, there will be only one type of X chromosome, due to which all eggs will carry the X chromosome. Now, what happens at the time of fertilization? When the egg will be fertilized by the sperm with Y chromosome, the genetic constitution becomes like that, 44 plus XY. That means this zygote will develop into the male child. On the other side, when the egg will be fertilized by the sperm with X chromosome, then the zygote develops into the offspring, which is considered as female because of 44 plus XX type of genetic constitution. Now, with the help of this slide, you can understand and note down the important points related with the sex determination in humans, which is XX or XY system. According to this system, human males having X chromosome and Y chromosome with 22 pairs of autosomes. Males are heterogametic because they can produce two different types of gametes, sperm with X chromosome as well as sperm with Y chromosomes. On the other side, human females have a pair of X chromosome with 22 pairs of autosomes, and females are, that's why, known as homogametic, because all gametes or ova developed in females have only X chromosome. You can see here XX with XX genotype, females are there, and with XY type of genotype of the 33rd chromosome, males are formed. Now, at the time of fertilization, what happens when this egg, because all the eggs have X chromosome, when this egg will be fertilized by a sperm bearing Y chromosome, it will develop into male, that is XY, with XY sex chromosome. And if the egg with X chromosome get fertilized with sperm bearing X chromosome, then female will form by this zygote with that XX type of mechanism. This is the concept of sex determination in humans, but sometimes in other organisms we can see that there are various other factors which are also determining the sex. For example, three different types of factors we can share here. Environmental factors in some of the organisms, like temperature gradients during egg incubation, determine the male or female ratio, like in case of European pond turtle. And in some of the animals, hormones are also responsible for the determination of sex. The presence of estrogen can override temperature changes at masculinizing temperatures, like in case of reptiles. And location of animals also can be determined the sex in animals, like in case of Bonellia. The physical location of the larva determines its sex. In the sleeper snail, the location of individual in a pile determines the sex. Now, in case of honeybees, there is a different system of sex determination, that is haplodiploidy, that you will study in later on classes. And now, with the help of this video, you will be able to understand the concept of sex determination in better
Sex determination. The sex of an organism is determined by specific chromosomes called sex chromosomes. In humans and other mammals, an XY sex determination system is followed. Every cell in humans, either male or female, has 23 pairs of chromosomes. Of them, 22 pairs are homologous and are called autosomes. The remaining 2 chromosomes are called sex chromosomes. In females, the sex chromosomal pair will be X and X, while in males, it will be X and Y. In humans, the X chromosome is not the same size and shape as the Y chromosome. In males, sperm cells are produced through meiosis with haploid or half the number of chromosomes, that is, 22 autosomes and 1 sex chromosome. Therefore, in a sperm, the sex chromosome can be either X or Y. Similarly, in females, the eggs have 22 autosomes and 1 sex chromosome, X. When a sperm with X chromosome fertilizes an egg with X chromosome, the offspring will be a female with paired X chromosomes. If a sperm with Y chromosome fertilizes an egg with X chromosome, the offspring will be a male with X and Y sex chromosomes. Summary. Sex of the offspring is determined by chromosomes called sex chromosomes. In humans, X and Y chromosomes determine the sex of the offspring. Females have X, and males have X and Y chromosomes.
Now, with the help of this presentation, you will be able to clear about or you will be able to understand the concept of sex determination in humans. Now, let's move to one more presentation which will also help you to develop or to understand in a better way the concept of sex determination. For this, we are moving to one more presentation, and that presentation we will take from the now. I am starting this presentation, and with the help of this you will be able to understand the reproductive phase and the sex determination in case of humans, how you can relate it.
Puberty marks the beginning of a series of changes in the human body that lead to reproductive maturity. For a female, puberty is the beginning of her reproductive phase and can begin at around 10 to 12 years of age. At this time, when the ova or egg cells reach maturity, a single egg is released by one of the ovaries in a cycle of about 28 to 30 days. This is known as ovulation. The mature egg travels through the fallopian tube to the uterus. The wall of the uterus becomes thicker in order to receive the egg. If the egg is fertilized during this journey to the uterus and successfully implants, it results in pregnancy. If fertilization does not occur within 12 to 24 hours, the egg disintegrates and dissolves and is shed along with the lining of the uterus and its blood vessels. This shedding is called menstruation. The female reproductive phase begins from her first menstruation cycle and lasts until she reaches menopause. Conception or fertilization occurs in the fallopian tube. When a sperm cell meets and fuses with an ovum or egg cell, the resulting zygote continues the journey through the tube to the uterus. The uterine wall thickens to receive the zygote. As the zygote travels, it starts dividing and forms a mass of cells called blastocyst. The blastocyst gets implanted in the uterine wall and eventually becomes the embryo. The growing embryo continues to develop through the pregnancy until a baby is born. The gender of the baby is determined at the moment of fertilization. The instructions for sex determination are contained in chromosomes in the nucleus of our cells. These chromosomes are thread-like strands that carry genetic information. A human being normally has 46 chromosomes, or 23 pairs of chromosomes. Of these, 2 chromosomes, named X and Y, are called sex chromosomes. In humans, the female always has 2 X chromosomes, while the male has 1 X and 1 Y chromosome. The egg cells and sperm cells, or gametes, have only one set of 23 chromosomes. Hence, each gamete carries only one sex chromosome. So, while the female gamete will always have an X chromosome, the male gamete may have either an X chromosome or a Y chromosome. During fertilization, each gamete contributes one sex chromosome to the zygote. The egg cell with X chromosome may receive either an X chromosome or a Y chromosome from the sperm cell. If the sperm cell carries an X chromosome, the resulting zygote will be XX or female. If the sperm cell carries a Y chromosome, then the resulting zygote will be XY or male. Hence, the sex of the offspring is determined by the sex chromosome that is received from the sperm.
Now, with that, I hope you will be able to understand the concept of sex determination in humans in a well manner. And with that, I will finishing our today's class. Have a nice day and try to practice this concept with the help of the exercises given in the form of PDF.